you're attending a YouTube on reading, which is going to be helpful, I'm sure. Hi, Amandeep. Hi, Manavpreet. Anushri. Okay, good. Anushri, you managed to get time here. Tarun, wow, nice to see all of you. Good to see many masterclass attendees also. Yeah. Yes, Mathana. I am very happy to meet all of you, Mathana. Now, lovely to meet you. Hello, Harpreet. Just welcoming you all till others join in. Yeah. Hi, Pooja. So, how many of you have registered for the exam, guys? Suchi, how many? Okay, good, Suchi. So nice to see you. Wonderful to have you here. Welcome. Welcome to our Leap Scholars YouTube session. So, and on the Friday festival, the marathon which we have. Great. Hello, Shaydeep. Okay. You have your exam in September. Okay, Nitika. Okay, Kanchan. Have you also registered? Okay, Maruti. Wonderful. Very warm welcome to you. We would love to have you. And it's so nice you've joined in. Huh? Okay, October, September, Puja. That's nice. That's good. It's nice because there are multiple dates in a month. So it's always nice to give time. It's always good. If you give time, fix a date and then make a study plan. It's better rather than registering in a hurry. I feel there's no point. It's always better to take a lot of time. Wonderful, Manpreet. That's 28th is also like you have few days. You have been preparing also. So it's fine, right? Yeah, for people who are new and like they're saying it's their first class, hello, Annie Joyce. I don't think we are in a hurry to register because it's better to give the IELTS problems. Of course, I am here to talk to you about reading today. So great. Hello, Lavanya. Wonderful to have you here. Great, Bhargav. Okay, you're planning to give in mid-September. That's nice. Mid-September is good. Hello, Chahat, once again. So good, guys. Like I said, there are multiple dates in a month. So don't hurry to register. There's no hurry. We can always wait for some time. Because once we fix up a date, we must make a study plan. Okay, let's begin now. Soumya, I think we can begin.
Yes, sir, sure.
Yeah, great. So guys, a very, very warm welcome to all of you. And of course, we would love people who are joining in also. We already wish them, welcome them on behalf of LeapScholar. So great. I'm sure you all know me a little bit now. Otherwise, you attended the masterclass. My name is Atul Gulati, and I'm been, doing IELTS training for the last several years. Now, I think I have trained about 2 lakh students. You'll be surprised, that in the masterclass, especially we've attained more than 2 lakh students now, close to. And we have 40,000 students always on Telegram. So personally and at LeapScholar, we've got very good results. I'm very, very happy to report. I'm sure many of you would be aware that LeapScholar is a platform which provides a free masterclass in the evening every day from 7:30 to 8:30. But yes, that's not enough. It's very nice you attended. It's a free class. You learn. I also love teaching my students, and it's great to have all of you. But do remember that besides the masterclass, also there is much more we can do, which we'll talk of, right? Okay, so let's begin with reading. All right. Now, you all know, I'm sure, a little bit about IELTS. Hi, Sahib. Very nice to have you. So I'm sure you all know. You are anybody who doesn't know anything about academic. Of course, Vasu. Yeah, we mainly focus only on the academic. That means if you want to study abroad, right? For that's only LeapScholar focuses on that. In fact, LeapScholar, is like, it's like a democratic organization. In India, we are a democratic country, right? Modi ji, we are all a biggest democracy. So what happens is LeapScholar is like democracy, democratizing every student to have global education. How? By giving free master classes, by giving courses which are as good as free. Our course prices, right? They are as good. And the quality of education still remains the best. So we are also democratizing global education. That's LeapScholar's dream. That each of you, Lavanya, we need about 40 days. I would feel 4 weeks at least, You do need to do a 4 weeks course. You don't need to practice for 4 weeks and then give your exam. In that way, it will be very good. It will be structured. Wonderful, Bhargav. So you will be able to give your exam methodically and you will not be tense. You will not be stressed when you register and when you give the exam. Now coming to the IELTS exam. You all know that IELTS is a language exam, and there are 4 sections. I'm sure you are clear. Reading, listening, writing, and speaking. Now in the IELTS reading test, when you register for your exam, you will be registering with IDP. So when you register for your exam, when you go to the test center, The first exam will be the listening exam. So after that comes reading. After that comes writing. So in the IELTS reading test, when you go for the, now we'll talk in the break, Amandeep, just a little much. Just give me 15-20 minutes, yeah? So in the IELTS reading test, it is quite a challenge to read 3 difficult passages. You know, there are 3 passages and they are difficult. I will be honest with you. And answer 40 difficult questions also in just 60 minutes. In just 60 minutes. So especially when you are already exhausted from the listening test and you're still worrying about the writing test. So what should you do? So, you know, that's why we are doing today management techniques, meaning how to manage your time. So what is management mean? You know, what is managing? Managing time management means managing myself, managing my own time. That means you have the reading exam. You are managing your time yourself so that in 60 minutes or 1 hour, you can answer 40 questions. So time management in reading is actually very crucial. It's the essence of reading. Why? Because many students, you know, they don't manage to finish the paper. They are halfway through the 3rd passage when the bell rings and you have to go on to the writing section. So that's not good, right? Because then you'll be worried that I have left some questions, I won't get a good band. Therefore, how to manage your time in reading, which is already challenging. So let's begin on that, okay? So now, first is you need to stop worrying about getting all your answers correct, right? That's a very important point which you must tell your brain, your mind, that stop worrying about getting all the answers correct. There are 40 questions, right? So you know the IELTS band calculator. I'm sure you've all seen it. Otherwise, definitely we can show it to you at another time. Like, you know, if you out of 40 questions, say, for example, you get 30 correct or you get 35 correct. If you get 35 correct, you're already comfortable. You'll get an 8 band. If you get 30 correct, you're getting a 7 or a 7.5 band proportionately. So you can stop worrying that I need to get all 40. Therefore, what do? So you just need 30-35 questions to get a decent band, a good band, which your college will require, right? It will say you require an overall score. It also might say that in each section, you require a minimum of 6.5 or 7. So if you have 35 or 33 questions right, you're comfortable. You don't need to answer all of them. But yes, we must attempt all of them, okay? So don't even waste time on what the answer you can't find. Don't waste time. Move on. Find an easier question that you can answer, right? You can always find, you would have practiced the different types of questions by the time you go to give your reading exam. So you would be knowing that I'm good at this, I'm not good at true, false, I'm not good at matching headings. So answer the other questions first, right? Of course, I'll tell you how to answer them also. That's the first strategy, that don't try to get all your answers correct, okay? The questions are divided according to the passage. So if you look at them first, that's a very important strategy. See the questions first, not the passage. Because if you look at the questions first, you will know which parts of the passage or the text to focus on, on which you can ignore. So certain parts of the passage you will ignore, right? You don't have to read every word of the passage. I'm sure you all know, otherwise please do register. You don't need to read every word of the passage. You don't need to understand it also. Once you know that, psychologically, mentally, you will not be stressed that this passage is so long or this passage has words which I don't understand. You know, passages are tough. They are taken from like academic texts, you know, which are difficult. Supposing they are asking you about caves, dolphins, whales, you would feel I don't know anything about this subject, but you're not supposed to know. It's a non-specialist audience. That is you, the test taker, the student. Everybody is the same as you. You don't need to understand the passage. You don't even need to read every word. So that's a very important point, that read the question so that you know what to ignore in the passage and what to read. All right. So like, you know, in another very important strategy is, you know, there are 3 passages, right? So how do we manage our time? Because we are talking of time management and you have total 1 hour, right? So you have to finish, you have to attempt at least all the questions, although we'll answer the easy ones first, like I said. So divide your time in a manner that you should know that the passages, the 3 passages, long passages, which contain about 2,700 words, right? 27 or 2800 words they contain. Therefore, what should you do? Don't divide your time 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes. Don't do that. The first passage is easy. The second, a little tougher. And the third is the toughest. So the passages come in order of difficulty, right? I hope you know what I mean, that they come in order. The first one is easy. Therefore, what you should do is divide your time, give 15 minutes to the first passage, 20 to the second passage, and 25 to the third. That way, you'll have enough time. And another strategy which I told you, once you answered, say 33 or 35 questions correctly, in the beginning, you already answered them. And then you know that I have still 15 minutes left, right? You have 15 minutes left. So you have 5-6 difficult questions, right? You have some questions which you left out. So you easily have those 10 minutes or 15 minutes to answer those difficult questions. That will, you will never be able to, yes, Anushri, start from the first passage. I would not say start from the third. You can, but it's better to do it in sequence. You will be more comfortable. Since the first is easy, you would already have managed a lot of easy questions, right? So my strategy, like I'm telling you, is answer the easy questions first, leave the difficult ones for the end, for the last 15 minutes. And what you can do is, don't leave any question blank. That's very important, right? Don't leave any question. What you should do is attempt the question, even if you feel I don't know it. Let's say you feel I don't know the answer, right? You're not able to get it. In the last 15 minutes, make an educated guess. Make a guess. We call it an educated guess. Why? Because you prepared for reading, right? Yes, all the answers, Diana, are in the passage. See, that's why we look at the questions first, right? If we are seeing the questions, like I said, then we know what to look for in the passage where the answers will be. So no point of looking at the passage first. All right. So divide your time. And in the end, if you're not able to answer, then make an educated guess, like I said. Okay. An educated guess means a good guess. Make a guess that, okay, this could be the answer. So therefore, I will say there are MCQs. There are 3 questions, 3 options. You have a very good chance, right? You have such a good chance of in MCQs. 1/3 of your answer will be correct. So you will be having some instinct that, okay, this answer I'll strike out. The other 2 answers, choose whichever one your mind says. And 50% chances are your answer will be correct. So don't leave any question blank. All right. So that's important. So now 3 things which I told you: read, answer the difficult question, easy questions first, divide your time 15, 20, 25, and don't leave any question blank. All right. Now, why do we read the questions first? When we say we'll read the questions first, while reading, your brain is actually working hard to create a picture of what the passage is about, right? Your brain is working. You are trying to draw a picture in your mind. What is this passage about? What is this passage asking me? So you can save your brain the trouble by reading the questions quickly before you start reading the passage. The questions provide you with an outline of the contents of the passage. So what is the questions providing you? An outline of the contents of the passage, which then allows you to read more quickly. So once you've read the questions, you will be able to read more quickly than you would have otherwise, okay? Because you know what to expect. You've already seen the questions. However, don't be tempted to start answering the questions immediately without taking time to skim and scan, which we'll talk about, right? Now, the tip number 2, another one. First, I said is read the questions first, right? I gave you general suggestions earlier. The tip number 2, in the paragraph, in the passage, read the introduction first, the conclusion the next, and the body the last. I'm repeating, read the introduction first, conclusion next, and body last. Okay. So after previewing the questions, you can start on the passage, start reading the passage. I recommend spending no more than 5 minutes because you are quickly glancing. That is skimming, quickly reading the passage. So don't give more than 5 minutes. So what is the best way to approach the passage? What is the best way? I suggest you read the introduction first, then skip the body, that's in the middle, and then read the conclusion. The principle is the same. It's easier to read the body when you know in advance what to expect because you've read the introduction. Like I said in the first thing, that read the questions first. Same strategy. You've read the introduction, you've read the conclusion. So you would know what to expect in the body paragraph, and your eyes will read quicker than what otherwise. So tip number 3, don't read every sentence, right? You know that I told you that. My this third number tip of IELTS reading is basically all about skimming. So skimming is when you read a passage quickly, right? Passage quickly. Yes, Aryaman. Read the first and the last paragraph, then the middle paragraphs, right? So like I said, my tip number 3 is don't read every sentence. It's basically all about skimming. What is skimming? Skimming is when you read a passage quickly in order to get the general idea. Okay, but how does skim reading actually work? How does it work? You are glancing. We all say skimming. How does it work? Our technique is to keep your eyes moving forward and avoid back skipping when you find a word when you don't know. So I'll repeat, my technique is keep your eyes moving forward and avoid back skipping. Don't go back. If you don't understand a word, go ahead, doesn't matter. So the main technique is to look for the main ideas, which are usually near the beginning of each new paragraph. I repeat, you have to look out for the main idea of the paragraphs, which is always mostly in the beginning, in the first 2 lines of each paragraph. Once you've found this idea, you don't need to read all of the supporting sentences. So you've got it. Read the beginning, first 2 lines, so that you know what is the main idea. Then you don't really need to read the balance. A quick glance at the last sentence will help you to confirm that your main idea was the correct one. So once you look at the last sentence, you'll realize that the main idea was I've confirmed that this is my guess is right. Okay. Tip 9, number 4, underline specific information. You know that, and this is very, very important in reading. This is related to scanning. So what is scanning? Looking for details, looking for specific details. But it's something you can do while reading and before you start answering the questions. So before you start, if you find the name of a person, place, or organization, underline it. All right? That's because these names will almost certainly appear in the question. Yes, Maruti, they will certainly appear, these words in the question, and you will be searching for them later. So underline it, highlight it. All right? That's also the case for technical terms, which usually come with a definition in the text. You can save yourself from multitasking by marking these words for later reference. Okay. So highlighting these words, anything which is a name, date, place, event, you must highlight it and then look. Tip number 5, spend no more than 1 minute per question. Although I've already told you, try and answer the easy questions first, but don't spend more than 1 minute. This final reading tip, of course, I'm going to tell you many more, is very similar to a tip, like in listening. When we say that, if you're getting 30 out of 40, you're getting a band 7, which is a good one, right? You must manage all your time very effectively and attempt all 40 questions, including the easy ones which you did, okay? So you don't want to waste several minutes on a tough question, which may only be the difference between an 8.5 and a 9 band. So you are spending so much time on one question, there's no point. If you answered the easy ones first, you can always make a guess and, pick one answer which you feel. Make sure you don't run out of time by not spending more than 1 minute on each question. You can always go back at the end and then tackle the difficult ones again. All right, guys. So this was what really I wanted to tell you. Now, let's say I'll go on. Of course, I'm expanding my talk with you. If you feel, like you all say that reading is a challenge, all of us, we all feel, you all can look at the screen also. I'm just reading. I'm just speaking and telling you all that's there on the screen. Okay. If you are not good at something, right? And you know that, then what do? If you're not good at something, then do it more, right? We are not good at swimming. Let's say I feel when I go to the pool, many people are good swimmers, but I'm not a good swimmer. So what will I do? I will try and swim more. I will try and practice more so that I learn swimming. If I'm not good at driving, I will join a driving school. I will try and learn driving so that I become a good driver. Similarly, reading is a skill. And like any other skill, you need to get better. The more you practice, the more you do it. But just make sure you are practicing from the right journals. The passages are taken from magazines, journals, academic texts. Now, I'm sure you are all reading the newspaper, you're all reading magazines. But one very important message I would drive home to you is, I want to tell all of you that I think some of your students may have heard me earlier, but I don't disclose this to everyone. Now, my research says that the examiners not exactly lift the passage, they don't lift it. The passages are all authentic, all original. However, the passages in 3 names which I'm giving you now, 3 magazines, they are very similar to the ones you get in your exam. Very similar. Take down these names, please. The first is The Independent. The Independent. It's a magazine, it's a journal, which you can Google. Even the old editions you can take. So the first is The Independent. Second is The Guardian, right? And third is The Geographic. So I've given you 3 names, okay? The Independent, The Guardian, and The Geographic. All right. If you go through these 3 journals, you will be very familiar with the kind of passages which come in the exam. They'll be very similar. So please read these 3. This is really important. Also, there is a website which is called Tech Radar. TECHRADAR. Tech Radar. Go to that website and try and practice from there also. You want to increase your reading speed? Like we said here, the average reading speed of a person, what is it? 150 words per minute. That's the average reading speed, right? Now you are giving a reading exam. You are answering 40 questions in 1 hour. So you need a better speed than a normal person. Am I right? You need a better speed. So what should your speed be? 300 to 400 words per minute. Yes. And you can get it. It's not difficult. Not difficult. If you start practicing, make a goal that I will practice reading 1 passage every single day. And from the magazines which I told you, which are these? The Independent. I'm repeating, The Independent, The Guardian, and The Geographic. All right. And also a website called Tech Radar. So if you read from there 1 passage every day, there is no way in which you will not improve and you will be able to Tech Radar, Sahib. TECHRADAR. Okay, Tech Radar. If you practice from there, yes, I'll just tell you, Dinah, if you practice from there, like I said, you will increase your speed and you will be able to read 1 line much quicker than the other people. So you get a head start, right? So what should you do? You should consider the reading test, not as 1 test, but as 3 tests. All right, I'm repeating. Don't consider the reading test as 1 test, 3 tests, not 1 test. See, there are 3 tests. Think of that. Because one of the biggest problems students have is that they only, like I told you in the beginning, that you are only halfway through the 3rd passage when your time is up. So therefore, guys, divide your time, right? That in 1 passage, I will only spend in the first passage, in the first test, 15 minutes. Next one, 20. And the last test, treated as a test, the passage, 25 minutes. Okay. Now, in terms of reading more quickly, what are you doing? Actually, you are processing information. Your brain is processing. Reading is processing information. And any kind of processing can be done faster. And you can do it faster. You can train yourself to do it faster. It's not difficult. The way to, read or to make yourself read faster is to read a lot more. Read newspapers, read novels, and read the newspapers and the journals, the names I've given you. So with this, guys, if you follow these strategies, I assure you that you will definitely be able to manage your time in reading very well. Okay. Now you can have a look at the screen also. Like I said, watch your time. When you are doing your practice before the exam, keep a timer. Time yourself, time your practice, not in the beginning, but this is also important. In the beginning, just try and practice and understand the different types of questions. All right. Understand the different types of questions. There are 14 types of questions, right? Which come matching headings, matching paragraphs, true, false, not given, yes, no, summary completion, sentence completion, yes, no. So, there are different 14 types of questions, right? So you must know each type of question. You must know, so that when you go to give the test, you are not caught unawares. You know that, okay, this question requires this type of a skill. So therefore, before that, first understand the types of questions, practice also from the Cambridge books. They are very good. You have them, we have them with us at LeapScholar in the crash course for free. So practice from the Cambridge books. Fact, yes, of course, short answers, Aryaman, matching information, matching heading. These are the 14 types of questions, right? So once you start practicing, like I said, your brain will be processing the information faster, much faster than what it was 2 days earlier. Keep the order. This is a very important thing, especially in true false. One very important strategy. Remember, only in some questions, the answers don't come in order. Only in some questions. In the others, they come in order. Like, for example, true false. The answer to the first question will be in the first paragraph. Second question will be in the second paragraph, right? So first answer first, second answer second. That's easy for you, no? Look for the answer only in the first passage in true false. Okay, remember that. If you do that, you will definitely, in most, like, except like I said, for matching headings, matching paragraphs, or summary completion, all the other questions come sequence wise. So that makes it easier, doesn't it? Okay, now I'll give you some strategy on true false also. Okay, true false not given, all of us find very difficult, right? So how to manage the time, how to do it quickly? Okay, most people find them difficult at first. Okay, yes, Vaibhav, like I said, question 1 will be in 1, 2 will be in 2. You don't have to go back to 1. They'll be in order, right? So except for matching paragraphs or matching headings, or yes, absolutely. So most people, they find true false difficult, but there is a pattern. There is a pattern which can help you to quickly guess the answer. What is that pattern? I'll give you again some very important tips. Okay, in true false not given, which I'm sure you all want. The first one is, remember, the first question is never not given. Okay, this very few people will tell you. First thing is, you will get all three in true, false, not given, right? You'll get all three. You'll get true also, you'll get false also, you'll get not given. If you are not getting all three, that means you are somewhere wrong. You have to get a true, you have to get a false, you have to get a not given. But remember that the first question is mostly 99%, never a, very rarely it's a not given, right? Second, the MCQ questions, often contain the like names of companies or subjective opinions which are not in the text. All right. I mean, sorry, the not given, not MCQ. I'm talking of the not given. The not given will contain, like names of subjective opinions of companies which are not there in the text. They are just not there. So you have to see that this opinion or this company is not there in the passage. Third, the false questions, I'm telling you, often contain quantifiers. What are quantifiers? Quantity, some number, expressions. For example, in the question, it can be said, all the experiments failed in the question, right? Supposing in the question you are getting a statement, all the questions failed. And in the passage, what is written? Few of the questions failed. So that's contradicting, no? Quantity, all and few. The questions might be right. The other words might be right. Even if you look for synonyms, if you look for these quantity words, you'll get the false answer. So what I said is the not given questions mostly are opinions of companies which are not there in the text. Right, guys? So if you look at these strategies, your true false will also become easy. And matching headings. Let me tell you about matching headings. Matching headings, always remember, the answers are always in the first two lines or the last two lines of the paragraph. And in matching headings, right? False, okay, Zibran. In false, I was saying, it will also normally contain quantifiers, expressions which quantify, which talk of some quantity, like the word few, all, right? I said, supposing the question says all the experiments. Let's say, for example, the question is saying all the experiments. And what is the statement in the passage say? When you come back to the passage, it will say few of the experiments failed. So you will see experiment and you say failed, and you might think it's true, but the difference is there between the all and the word few. So it's a quantity, no? So if you look out for that, you will get a false answer, right? I hope that is going to help you a lot in true, false, not given. And in matching headings, like I'm telling you, matching headings, always look for the answers in the first two questions or the last two questions of every paragraph. So in matching headings, what these are the two questions which are tough, right? So I'm tackling them for you. Okay. Like, you will go to a paragraph for matching headings. Then you will look for a paragraph first. Then you'll come to B. You will try and match the heading which suits the A paragraph the best. So what will you do? In a paragraph, read the first two lines and the last two lines of a paragraph. Most of the time, you'll get the answer in the first two lines itself. Otherwise, read the last two lines to confirm your answer, to make sure your answer is correct, right? So I think these two things are really going to help you in these type of questions, right? So as you can see on the screen, I've already discussed a lot with you. As you can see now, before I give you some other tips, Soumya, I would like to tell you that in the IELTS, at LeapScholar, we have even my batch starting up. So that's good news for all of you. You can see that on the screen. It starts on the 16th only. That's on Monday. Very close by. Me and Mohammed are going to take it up together, which is, I think, better news for all of you, right? So the time is 8 to 9 a.m. in the morning. 8 to 9 a.m. just a 1 hour, because it's an IELTS plus 4 weeks class, right? If you all want to join, I would be very happy, because what I feel is, like I told you, definitely, Zebran, the link for this class, I'm not sure. I'll ask my team. I'll just let you know. So if the price of this course is just 119, as you know, the price is just 119, and you have to use the code AGLive20, right? The promo code is in front of you. Yes, Soumya? How much would it be for?
Yes, sir. So I have shared the link, and you can just click on the link and select Atul sir's batch to join in. And the price that will be visible on the website would be 149, as you can see here. Join batch for 149. But yes, Atul sir is always here with surprises. If you join, if you use his promo code, which is AGLive20, you will be getting the course only for rupees 119. And
Right, guys.
I'm
Yes.
just sharing the link.
Yes, Soumya, please tell. Yes, please continue.
Yes. So you will be getting live classes, recordings of all the lectures. With that, we are giving you 14 Cambridge books, 30 minutes of counseling, and live speaking and writing evaluations. Like proper speaking evaluations will be there on Zoom, one-on-one interaction with the educator. We provide you mock tests as well, and daily grammar classes. So I'm sharing the link.
Yeah, I see. If you apply the code, you get it at 119, right? That's okay, Kiran. 149 or 119 is hardly a difference of 30 rupees, right? So that's fine. But you are getting it so reasonable. The market and I'm not finished with my reading class today, guys. So don't go. I'm not finished. I'm just telling you that my batch is there starting on Monday at a very good time, morning, and it's an ideal time. And I am hope that all of you will join. You heard some of our reading strategies, right? You heard me give. Now, when we do that reading for 1 week or 10 days together, I'm sure you'll be able to definitely be able to overcome your reading problems, right? And also we'll be doing a lot of speaking. So all of you who are nervous in speaking, who want to, improve your speaking, who feel that I'm nervous, I'm not able to express my ideas. I have ideas, but I can't spell them out. I can't generate them, or I can't express. That also will help you to overcome. Yeah. So once you join in, I will make sure that your speaking improves tremendously, and also your reading, which is what I'm going to focus on. So it's going to be 20 hours. Of course, all 4 sessions will be taken. All 4. That is reading, listening, writing, and speaking. But we are going to focus a lot. Of course, Harish, we always help the general students also. You don't have to worry at all. Definitely. For the general students, now we have a lot of material. We definitely help you. So we give you a lot of ample material. There's nothing to worry at all. Guys, you are getting a batch for 119. It's the price of a Domino's pizza. And so I don't think you need to even think twice. If you want to give your IELTS exam well, if you want to do well, if you want to go and study abroad, if you actually want to, you're serious, you must do one crash course. That's the only actual way of attempting well and doing well. Okay, so I'm going back to the reading class. We have other batches which I'll speak of again in the end, right? Okay, Soumya, I'm going back to the reading class. Yes, guys, all of you who have time now can register in this batch, because I'm sure, Soumya, very few seats are left here.
So it's almost full.
It's almost full, guys.
Yeah.
You got that, right? You just have a chance. By the evening, it will be filled up. So if you want to register for my batch, please register, okay? Because my batch comes very rarely, like once in 2 months. So you have an opportunity today. Okay, now some reading tips for time management, which I already told you, right? I told you that what does the term management mean? Manage me, which implies managing yourself to attune yourself with the time. Attune yourself. Well, Shantanu, all I can tell you is, even if you don't, some of you don't find the time suitable, right? One very good thing is, all in the weekends we have classes also. Saturday, Sundays we have grammar sessions, speaking classes, doubt solving classes. You can give the mock test in the end, and you will get the recordings of my batch. Each class you will get a recording. So for 119, even if you can't attend in the morning, you'll get all the recordings, right? And you will be able to attend everything in the weekends with me. So I don't think it's a big deal, actually, because every class will be recorded and you'll get all of them. So guys, okay, now, so for time management, like I said, implies time means managing yourself to that I have 1 hour. So in this 1 hour, I will complete 40 questions. So when you are able to utilize the time efficiently, yes, you don't need to buy a book also, guys. You get all the study materials. So when you are able to manage the time effectively and efficiently, you can say you have managed it. Huh? And if you are not able to manage, that results in obviously a lesser band. So that poor important planning is very important for IELTS experience. Don't give yourself a mental block, a state that when you are stressed, you are unable to understand the meaning of the passage. If you are running out of time, you will be stressed, right? Then you won't be able to concentrate and know the meaning of the passage. So in order to avoid that, it's very important to strategize. Like I told you, divide your time 15, 20, 25 and answer the easy questions first. Leave the difficult questions for the end. Okay, next slide, Soumya. Any other queries, guys? Please feel asking me. Of course, I'm going on. I'm carrying on. So as you know, I've already said that there are 40 questions, there are 3 passages, and before you give the exam, yes, Sai Venkat, the name of the magazines which I recommended for all of you is The Independent. The Independent. I repeat, The Independent, The Guardian, and The Geographic. The Independent, The Guardian, and The Geographic. Okay. If you concentrate on these 3, you will definitely be able to do better. Before you give the exam, do Tech Radar. Vermont, it was Tech Radar. Yes, Aryaman has already put it. Thank you, Aryaman. So when you do practice, keep a timer with you. Okay, you can keep whenever you want to start reading, and record the time that you are taking to read about 800 to 1200 words. After that, you can, once you've increased your speed, then you can work without the timer like you do in the exam. Yeah, next slide, Soumya. Okay, Pritika, good. Yes, guys, okay. So now, I've told you to increase your reading speed, right? Typically, like I said, a person with a normal reading speed can read up to 150 minutes per. Yes, Aditi. Yes, that's what I said. The first question is normally not given. Rarely, very rarely. So you can try and choose between true and false as the first, right? So a normal person will have a reading speed of up to 150 words. If you want a fast reading, then you have to surpass that speed. You have to overtake that speed of a normal person. And you need a speed of 400 words per minute. If you are able to achieve that speed, you will be in good form to attempt all the reading sections, the passages in good time. You know, some of the students who got an 8.5 with us, even an 8, they say they finished the reading in 50 minutes, right? 50 minutes they finished the reading exam, and they could even go back and check their answers. So that's how you can organize yourself once you increase your speed. And once you are familiar with the type of questions. All right. So like I said, assign the time, keep some time in the end for review. Try to gear yourself in a manner that you have some time to review your test at the end, as you won't get any extra time. So try to allot specific time frame to each section. Keep some time for a review and follow that schedule religiously, as each section of the reading section is different, right? I hope you got a lot of summary of the reading today. And if you follow these strategies and the name of the magazines I said, and of course, when you join our course, we'll do all the type of questions, right? All the different questions we'll attempt together. Yes, next slide, Soumya. So the time saving tips I've given you, right? That's skimming, scanning. I told you what skimming was. Quickly reading the passage. I told you what scanning is. Underlining the words, coming to the passage, looking for those words, marking the keywords. So skimming and scanning should go well together. Scanning is used when you know what to, you're finding out some specific words. Then you know what to look for in the passage, right? Keywords are usually numbers, places, dates, etc. So that you know that marking or underlining such words will help you find the answer easily. And then I said reading the first line of the paragraph will give you the theme of the whole paragraph, will tell you what the paragraph contains. So the first sentence of the paragraph is also called a topic statement, as it defines the paragraph. It tells you what the main idea of the paragraph is about. Right, guys? I hope you'll approach these strategies in the right manner. Soumya, next slide. Now, guys, I've already shown you my batch, upcoming batch, right? I hope many of you already have registered so that you don't miss out and you don't see the batch filled up in the evening. Now it's just showing fast filling. All right. Now, these are the other batches. These are the other batches on the screen. Somebody said 8 to 9 doesn't suit them. Fine. There are a lot of batches which you can see on the website on the screen just now. So you can choose any of them. But like I said, you must join one course if you want to do well. Fast track recordings are good at 49, but they are not enough to help you give your IELTS exam well with an 8 band. You do need to join at least one live course. So these are all live classes, right? You can see the different times and educators on the screen. So these are also all available at 119. Right.
But yes, to get them for 119, you have to apply Atul's special promo code, which is AGLive20, and you can book any course according to your time suitability for 119 only.
So do remember the AG, my initials, guys, the AG code, right? To join my batch or any one of these batches. They are all good. I won't say all our educators are very good. Trust me. But yes, I would love to teach you in my batch, because I think many of you always ask, when is your batch coming? So I'm here with my batch. And I hope you all enjoyed the session today. Are there any questions? You are most welcome to ask me. You are most welcome to ask me. And I would like to know how many of you today have been successful in registering for my batch in this session. I'm not talking before, many people have registered. Kiran, my class timings are 8 to 9 in the morning. Shadi, when you join the batch, you'll get one-on-one speaking. When you join the batch in the morning, you'll get one-on-one speaking, right? And even attention on reading, like I said, definitely. So how many of you have been able to join, guys? Most welcome, Lehan. Send me a yes. How many of you have joined today? Great, Atit. Okay, Thadani. Of course, we have writing classes. Definitely, definitely. Wonderful, guys. Wonderful. I would be very happy to teach all of you, right? It would be a pleasure. It would be a pleasure to teach all of you. And I'm quite sure that with my batch, by attending it, you'll definitely be able to get a good band, because all my students at LeapScholar, in fact, all of LeapScholar students have done very well. Very good, Vijay. If you joined Pranjal sir's batch also, very well. Great. Manavpreet, even if you have an exam on 4th September, okay, let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you, wonderful Arun, 4th September, my batch starts on 16th. Till 4th September, you have about 20 days. So, yeah, Rudra, that's what I'm trying to explain. You will already get about 18 days of training. Don't you think that's better rather than by not joining it? You will be doing speaking and reading. We'll finish by then. We'll also be covering writing. So what are you missing? Only missing listening. So rather than by not doing the course, even if your exam is on the 4th, you're looking at the 4 weeks. You're not looking what you'll gain in 20 days. At just 119. I'm just telling you because if you're giving your exam, on 4th, it's all the more important you join it. All the more important that you join in now because you will get 18 days, 20 days to improve your band, guys. Right? Listening will be right in the end, Sai Venkat, right in the end. So that you all don't need to worry. Of course, we'll improve your English reading and speaking. Everything will help you to improve. Wonderful, Manavpreet. Okay, Sai Venkat. So I hope, Rudra, I removed your doubt of 4th September and your period which you were thinking of. Yeah, I'm sure that makes sense to you. Huh? Certainly, Rudra. Certainly, I will. Definitely. So you can pay by Paytm, Google Pay. Soumya, they're saying Google Pay is not working.
So actually Razor Pay is down, but Google Pay is working. They can try again.
Okay, Google Pay is working, guys. Google Pay and what else is working, Soumya? Google Pay and?
So Google Pay, Phone Pay, Paytm, everything is there.
Okay, Google Pay, Paytm, anything, right? Guys, you can pay through anything. Adalji, this is like a practice batch only, right? This is like a practice batch only. We practice everything together, speaking, writing, reading, especially like we took a class today. So all your sessions will be down, cleared. Okay, Zimran, please help Zimran. I think we are helping them, right? Gaurav,
I have taken Zimran's contact number and we'll contact him after the session.
Yeah, Gaurav, you can try to pay early because the batch will get filled up. That's the problem. You know, there are very few seats left. I think hardly about 20. Hardly about 20. So if you register now, you'll just get a confirmed seat, right? That's why we had this session so that everybody who wants to join would be welcome. And any questions, guys? Any question on today's session? I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a lot about reading. Yes? Yeah, weekends, Shantanu, weekends, we tell you the timings. We have grammar classes, we have speaking classes, we have doubt solving sessions. I take sessions on fast track so that we notify you on Fridays, every Friday. So that don't worry. Weekends, we definitely include. Aryaman, I told you that in matching headings, every paragraph, first 2 lines. First 2 lines, every paragraph and the last 2 lines. And there you go. The answer is there. Yes, everybody from Bangladesh can join, guys. If you have a card, any card, make any online payment. Or anybody in India can pay on your behalf. Anybody you know in India, right? Aryaman, first 2 lines and last 2 lines will always contain the information, right? So that won't be difficult at all. Any other doubts, guys? Yes, Anushri. Yes, of course you can. Definitely you can. You can annotate, certainly, on the question paper. Right? Yes, Rudra, I certainly shall. I already told you, Sai Venkat, true, false. Remember that false always comes with a quantifier. Right? Thanks, Sahib. False comes with a quantifier. Words like few, all. So remember, and first question is never a not given. And in the true will always be there. Right? It will always be true. It's there in the message, in the passage. Huh? And remember, true, false come in sequence. The first answer is always in the first, second answer in the second. Yes, Shruti, what is your doubt? Computer or paper-based, right? So Shruti, if your typing speed is good, are you good at typing? If your typing speed is good, please then you can give the computer-based. I would recommend the computer-based because you have a word count, right? In the writing section, it's easy. You have the word count in front of you. You can copy paste. Becomes easier. No, in the reading also you have the questions and that on the same screen. So if you're good in typing, please give the computer based. Otherwise, the paper-based is as good. In marking content, there's no difference at all. All right. Any other doubts, guys? Any other doubts? That's fine. Shruti, if you're average also, it will work. And always, let me tell you one more thing. There is a on the, if you Google, there is a website called Spreader, I think, or Spreader. You can improve your typing speed a lot there. SPREEDER. Try that. You can improve your typing speed also. So I gave you a lot of hints today, right? Yeah, Sangeeta, better to write in capitals and reading and listening, especially even otherwise, right? And no, not given is quite simple. Don't worry. It's like true, false. Once you answered, once you start practicing, then it won't be difficult. When you join my batch, I'll certainly do yes, no questions, right? Arya, don't worry. If you join the course, I'll be able to help you right from the beginning, right? We start right from the beginning, Arya. What is IELTS? How is IELTS? What is the duration of IELTS? So we tell you everything in the crash course, right from the beginning. Even if you are new, even if you don't know anything about IELTS, you don't have to worry. Join the crash course, you learn everything, all right? Typing practice, SPREEDER. I think that's what it is. You can check. SPREEDER, right? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I'm really enjoyed this session with you. Thank you for joining in today, and thank you for joining in the crash course also. Okay. Thanks once again. Thank you, Soumya. Thank you for hosting this session with my students.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Soumya, you want to remain for a minute or two? It's fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yeah.
Soumya still here. If you have any doubts, thank you, Arun. If you have any doubts, Soumya still here to help you all. Okay. With the mock test, we give you 5 ordinary tests and 5 computer tests, right? 5 computers. Good, Hardik. Very nice. Wonderful. Looking forward to seeing all of you guys. Thank you.
I have also shared a Telegram link in the YouTube live chat and in the Zoom chat as well. If you have any more queries, like no matter if you're from Bangladesh or India, if you're unable to join facing any query, please message me on Telegram and you can join our group definitely. We'll be able to help you there. And I'm sharing the crash course link once again before ending the session. Also, we have Megha ma'am's session after this, like we'll be starting it around 2:05. So please be with us there as well. Arya, there will be very few students in each batch. Don't worry about the number of students. You will be getting personal attention, like proper one-on-one interaction will be there. Yeah, I am sharing the Telegram group link once again. Please join the group, and you can also find me in the Telegram group. My name is Soumya. If you are facing any queries, please message me personally on Telegram as well. I'll be able to help you. Yeah, Dharminder, actually this class got extended a bit. 1:45 was Megha ma'am's session. Now we'll be starting it in another 5 to 6 minutes. The link is same. Okay, the link will be the same link, and you can join us again after 5-6 minutes. Rayapati, I'm sharing the Telegram link. No, this is the link. Yeah. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'll see you in like 5-7 minutes more. Bye-bye.